Good afternoon, softball fans, and welcome to Mork Softball Field here at Ed Cruzy Stadium. My name is Sydney Cox, and we are bringing to you the third game of this series here between the LeTourneau Yellow Jackets and your Texas Lutheran University Bulldogs. Beautiful day here today out in Seguin, Texas, a nice 79 degrees. And let's go ahead and take a look at the starting defense for your Bulldogs. Starting with our pitcher, none other than Caitlin Howard, and behind the dish for her will be Taylor Vanette. Third base, Bree Jones and Chesley Swisher at short. And then Katie Boyer at first, Kaylee Clark at second. And our outfield from left to right is Riley Davila, Harley Russell, and Ashley McMahon. So a big day here today. Bulldogs took both games yesterday for a deja vu 7-0 in both games. Looking to close this one out here for the series sweep. And really, Howard, she had a great game yesterday. Only gave up a couple hits, but, kept this Yellow Jacket lineup scoreless. Howard gave up 5 hits yesterday, and the Yellow Jackets left 6 runners on in game number 1. So just trying to do something different here, and that's going to start with our leadoff, Maddie Flannery. Flannery, not her best day yesterday. She was 0 for 6. And I think we all know how important a good leadoff is, and sometimes, it happens, especially facing a pitcher like Howard, who is just so dominant. And the first pitch of this game will be in for strike 1. Oop, and I wrote it on the wrong place on my scorecard. A little windy here today as well. I was noticing during the outfield warm-up, wind was blowing from right to left, so the outfield throws for the Bulldogs were just a little off just because they're having to go against the wind. So we'll see if that will affect either of these teams today. Yesterday was pretty standstill, which was nice to see. But the 1-2 count here to Flannery misses outside for ball 2. Got a packed press box up here, getting some work done for you guys, whether it's the stats, the PA, or the commentary. We'll even have some sideline reporting after the game, so make sure you tune in for that one. 2-2 count here, a nice battle by Flannery to stay alive. And she will foul that one out of play once more. So coming up on the 6th pitch of this, or the 7th pitch of this at-bat here. Really a great battle by Flannery. I don't think she was really seeing the ball too well yesterday, so this is the most she's seen as Howard gets her to swing and miss at the rise ball for out number 1. That'll bring up Layla LeCapra, starting right fielder here for the Yellow Jackets. 0 for 4 yesterday, looking for her first hit. First pitch she sees from Howard is in for strike 1. Yellow Jackets making their way all the way from Longview, Texas, as LeCapra gets jammed on that one and fouls it into the net. Another swing and a miss. Howard goes back-to-back strikeouts for the first 2 outs of the inning. Making quick work of it, as now we'll see Jenna Carter step in. Carter started yesterday in right field and moved her way over to center. As she will foul that one off the first pitch she sees. Carter had 2 hits yesterday, going 2 for 6. Good day for her. So kind of just looking to get things going here, and really I think she wants her 1 and 2 hitters to get on base, so try and score some RBIs. You know, with Carter and Chip here, they both had good days yesterday, but you know, unfortunately they were kind of the only 2. So Carter hits that one into the gap. It will land. Russell will cut it off before it gets to the wall, and the throw to second will be high, and Carter is in for the stand-up double. How about that? A nice little 2-out, 2-base hit. And I think we'll have a quick discussion here from head coach Wade Wilson. So I'm going to take a sip of my coffee while he does that, and we'll be right back. All right, we are moving back now with Carter at second. And I think that conversation there is maybe, you know, the Bulldogs want to stick with the keeping the Yellow Jackets scoreless for the weekend. But a hitter like Riley Shipp, who was 4 for 5 yesterday, absolutely crushed it. I mean, she had the numbers on both Howard and Jordan Joy, who pitched game 2 yesterday. You know, and so I almost wonder, do you walk her to get to the hitters who, you know, their 5 through 9 hitters only have 2 hits yesterday. So to me, it's looking like it'll be that way. A lot of these pitchers missing outside and nothing too close, and will be an intentional walk for Riley Shipp. Cannot say I disagree with that call there. But 2 outs here nonetheless as Raina Doggett steps up, 0 for 5, looking for her first hit of the weekend. As first one she sees is up, and it will escape out of play. Doggett is the sophomore from Wiley, Texas. That one will clip the outside part of the plate for strike 2. Infield playing back, just focus on getting the play up first, as they're going to ring her up on that one. So Howard gets 3 Ks to end the first, as we'll take it now into the bottom of the first. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Top of the first inning, none other than Kaylee Clark leading things off here for the Bulldogs. Clark Hit 500 yesterday. 3 for 6. And multiple stolen bases. I need to double check where she's at, but she'll drop the bunt down, and it was just perfect. Great single there by Clark. And catching for LeTourneau is going to be Kylie Davis. She caught the second game yesterday. I feel like she did have some good chances to get the runners out, but the Bulldogs are just truthfully so fast. It's hard to do, so we'll see if Clark steals here. Clark will take off on this second one. A good throw, but not in time by Davis, as Clark is in for the stolen base. I believe the strike was called on Davila, so the count's now 1-1. Davila flies that one out. This is Brooke Bubert in the circle for the Yellow Jackets. She was on the starting lineup as a DP, and they did the same thing they did yesterday, where kind of the change there as Davila flares that one over, and a good job by Flannery to come over and make the grab for out number 1. As now we'll see Taylor Bennett step in. Bennett's been quite on fire so far this season, and she's going to continue that, as that one's going to be, oh wow, what a great play by Carter in center. What a snag there from the center fielder. Got turned around again, the wind kind of tailing it, and just reaching out last minute to make the grab for the second out. Good batted ball there by Vanette as well. Hit that one on the nose, but Carter saying not today. Center field had a hard time yesterday for the Yellow Jackets with error, a couple misreads. So I'd say with that play being made, they're already off to a better start. So now Jordan Joy's up, and she's going to hit that one high in the air. And it's going to keep traveling, but that'll be the left fielder, Lainey Davis, making the grab. So the Bulldogs will go 4 up, 4 down, and we'll take it into the top of the 7th, still at 0. Top of the second here, as foul ball there by Kylie Davis will go foul for strike 1. Kylie Davis, she did have a hit yesterday, 1 for 6. There's that pitch there from Howard is in for strike 2. 0-2 pitch will miss outside for ball 1. That one will miss once more. So a 2-2 count now here for Howard. That one's going to be flared. Boyer going back at first base to make the grab for out number 1. This will bring up Bubert here. It's kind of interesting. On my list of players to watch for LeTourneau, she's not on there. But I feel like she's done well this series. I mean, she held the Bulldogs for a long time in game 1 yesterday before they finally broke through. And she'll go back to back swings there for 2 balls, or 2 strikes. Brooke is the freshman from Crawford, Texas. She's a pitcher utility. 0-2 pitch will miss outside for ball 3. And a strikeout there from Howard. That's going to be her 4th of the day for out number 2. Gets her swinging on that one as now Taylor Gouge is up to bat. Gouge is the junior from North Lake. And first pitch she'll swing at from Howard. Gouge, one of those hitters for this team who's looking for her first hit of the weekend. And the 0-1 is in for strike 2. Oh, 2 misses outside for ball 1. So a 1-2 count here for Howard, as Gouge looking to get things going with 2 outs. And they will ring her up on that one. Strike 3, make that number 5 of the day for Howard. We'll take it into the bottom of the 2nd. Here in the bottom of the 2nd, it's going to be Katie Boyer. She's the only Bulldog in the starting lineup today. She's chasing her first hit of the weekend. That's first pitch is upstairs from Bubert for ball 1. And I'm kind of thinking Howard is getting some pitches falling on the outside part of the plate that are kind of out of the zone. And I think if she's going to get those called, I think Bubert needs to try and see if she can locate any on that side as well. At the end of the day, if they're going to be called, then you have to find a way to use it to your advantage. So counts now 2-1 to Boyer. this year. We are one of them. Went to the Clinic Community College and Galveston College. That one there will be getting high in the air. It's going to look to drop. Good job by the center. The right fielder, LeTourneau, to stick with that one. They get the grab for round number one. We talked about the wind playing a factor today. Hits by the Bulldogs where LeTourneau has kind of had a hard time adjusting to the wind, but they've done it and good plays made. So that's really all you can ask for. And first pitch, Russell sees is out for ball one. That one over to right field, and we'll play to be made. She's got some nice speed there for a base hit, making her 4 for 7 so far this weekend. Boosting the averages here. And we'll see Ashley McMahon 1 for 2. Started the first game, and then came into pinch run in the second game. She'll want to pull back, and will be cut off, oddly, by the second baseman there, so Russell with this little base. 0-1 count here to McMahon. We'll see the Bulldogs. This is twice they've had their leadoff runners get on board. So now they just need to capitalize it here. Yesterday, I'll just do a quick look. Bulldogs up on 10 runners between game 1 and game 2. Counts out 3-0 to McMahon. And if they do give her a walk-off, it's just a Swisher. Runners now at first and second here for Swisher. Swisher had herself a 3-hit day yesterday, 3 for 5. A lot of that was actually a lot of small ball to her, between her and Bree Jones, just put some bunts down. Although her and Bree Jones ran into some issues of getting hit by the ball while they were out of box, so we'll see what kind of adjustments they're able to make here today. I think that just comes down with their timing on the runs and setting up their feet. Sure, they lay that one down, and a beautiful sack bunt will advance both runners for the Bulldogs. Jones will have to put in some work here with 2 outs and 2 runners at scoring position. First that she sees is upstairs for ball. Jones is the transfer from Schreiner, the San Antonio local. Second baseman, and the Yellow Jackets will escape the threat there as Bulldogs cannot capitalize. We'll head into the top of the third, 0-0.
Play harder.
And the go-ahead run comes across. Bulldogs on top.
Respect everyone.
Play hard, but play fair.
Cheer for your team, not against the visiting team.
Respect opposing players, coaches, and fans.
This is the SCAC.
First pitch to Lainey Davis is fouled into the net for strike one. Caitlin Howard still going strong here. She's thrown 35 pitches so far. She's had herself a busy first 3 innings, and I like the Yellow Jackets making her throw more. Hopefully trying to wear her down a little bit. Davis will foul that one, and it'll be foul to Bree Jones. So the count will stay at 0-2 for Davis. And she will foul that one again. Once more, good battle there by Davis to stay in this one. And I think with the wider strike zone that we're seeing, you know, these hitters just don't want to leave it up to the umpire here. As that one will miss outside for ball one. A good location though from Howard. Laney, the freshman from West Texas. Coming up on the 7th pitch of her at bat here. That one's going to be chopped over the head of Bree Jones, and a long throw for Swisher, and just not in time. A great slap there by Lainey Davis, just beautifully chopped over the head of Jones. I mean, I think if Jones could have cut it off, it might have been an out, but just perfectly placed over her head. And long throw for Swisher was not in time. So now Maddie Flannery steps in, and she'll lay down the sack bunt. And the throw over to first base will get the first out of the inning. And I'm glad Flannery was able to get that sack bunt just because she hasn't been seeing the ball too well. So sack bunt allows her to just kind of get back in the zone, feel a little better about her at-bats. So now Layla LaCapra comes up. Capra had that diving play out in right where pitch got hung up in the wind and had to make an adjustment there. No 0-1 count here. Oh, that kind of ricocheted off everyone, so we're just going to take a quick second here. You know, even though the umpire has his face mask, it can still be a little scary getting hit like that. But he took it like a champ, as the count's now 0-2. The 0-2 is gonna miss for ball one. Not a bad pitch there from Howard, especially if she has been getting pitches in a similar location called like that. And she'll get LaCapra swinging again. Back-to-back strikeouts for LaCapra. will sit her down, as now there are 2 outs for Jenna Carter. Jenna Carter's done really well so far in this series. She's a 2-time All-ASC honoree, and she'll ground that over to Bree Jones at third for out number 3. So Yellow Jackets able to get a runner on, but cannot move her home, as we'll take it to the bottom of the third. Still 0-0. Welcome back. Bottom of the third inning and top of the lineup here for the Bulldogs, with Kaylee Clark leading things off. Bubert still in the circle here for LeTourneau, and she's doing well. She's only thrown 26 pitches. She's been very efficient so far. You know, even if the Bulldogs have gotten runners on, they've left 3 on so far, but Bubert has just been able to get out of the jam like pretty well, and as you see, 0 runs have been called, as an illegal pitch will be called by the first base umpire. So the 2-1 count now goes to 3-0. And the umpire will just give Bubert a quick explanation as to why, so she can make the adjustment there. And the 3-0 count is in for a strike. And Clark will try to lay down the bunt there, but it'll be foul. So this count will now run full here. Three-two here to Clark, trying to get things going here, as that one will miss inside. A good location there from Bubert. I think there's some frustrations from the Yellow Jacket team about kind of the strike zone, and all I can see from up here is, you know, laterally. I thought it looked good as well, but Clark will take off, and she's in safely for the stolen base. Kind of had a funky slide there, sliding all over the turf. And Davila, first pitch to her was upstairs for ball 1. I'm a big Davila fan. This is her first year as a Bulldog, and she is that girl. She was a 2-time All-Region honoree at Angelina College. She led in stolen bases for both a career and a season. As Clark is going to take off to third, and the throw will get past, and she's in safely for the first run of the game. Clark just not much of a hesitation there. She noticed she was going to beat the shortstop to third, so she stayed on her feet, and when she saw the ball get by her, that's when she went ahead and took off for home. Counts now 3-1 here for Davila. And she's going to slap that one over to the second baseman, and a nice flip for out number 1. As now Taylor Vanette will step in. And you know I'm a big Vanette fan. Have been since her freshman year when she didn't really get the most playing time, but I've always really loved her behind the plate as a lefty catcher. I just think she has good hands and she's a great leader as well. Also love her book choices. She's my friend on Goodreads, so me and her have similar genres we love as she swings at that one to even things up at 1-1. Vanette is a 2-time All-SCAC honorable mention. I mean, if she doesn't get higher accolades this year, you're going to hear me go into the SCAC offense to argue that one. She's ranked 8th nationally in doubles, 2nd in home runs, although still early in the season. Just kind of went off the first weekend, had 2 home runs. And she'll rip that one foul, keep the count at 2-2. Hits that one high in the air, and it looks like the play will be easy for La Capra out in right field. That'll bring up Jordan Joy, looking to drive some softballs. Talked a lot about her confidence yesterday. I think she kind of started the season rough this year, but I think yesterday she had a great outing, both pitching and hitting. She looked really good. She just looked like she knew that she was good, which is fun. And so she's a really fun player to watch right now. As it counts now 2-0 to her. She's going to ground that one once more to the second baseman. That's Riley Shipp over there making the quick work of it for the 3rd out of the inning. So Bulldogs able to scratch 1 run across the board. We'll take it now into the top of the 4th inning where the Bulldogs lead 1-0.
As an MAT student, you are an athletic trainer, and I think that's something really cool that we get to experience.
We're pretty hands-on. Anything that like our preceptor asks us to do, like we're able to do. Going out to practices and traveling to games.
We're doing evals, looking at them, helping them with their rehab like protocols.
For me personally, I do a lot of like hands-on where I'm like speaking with the patients about how they feel, and so I feel like it's a lot of like one-on-one interactions.
Knowing that I'm going to go into the clinic every day and I don't know who's going to walk through the door and what their problem's going to be, and that I get to be the one that tells them like, hey, this is what's wrong, but I can also help you, so here's a solution.
Welcome back. Top of the 4th inning here as first pitch to Riley Shipp is in for strike 1. I think they'll probably throw to her now as there's not a runner in scoring position. So we'll see if she can keep up her hot streak here as that one will miss outside for ball 1. 1-1 count here for Shipp. And that one will miss outside. Ball 2. a big swing there on the 2-1. We'll even things up here at 2-2. And the payoff pitch here by Howard will be fouled into the net. So keep this one going one more time. No getter to chase on the outside part of the plate, up and out. Route number 1, maybe that's the weakness of Ship. As now Raina Doggett will come in, and Doggett is on my list of players to watch for this LeTourneau team, but just hasn't seen the ball too well this weekend. Doggett was an All-ASC second team honoree as a freshman catcher last season. She's getting the start at first base in this game. And she's going to hit that one over to McMahon and right, who was able to keep her feet moving there for out number 2. That'll take us now to Kylie Davis, the starting catcher. Davis sees will be fouled into the net. I'm seeing some similar tendencies today. Looks like they are still behind on Howard, letting the ball get too deep on them. Just getting late, jammed on the inside. We'll say I think they are a little better on their timing today, but still just not really squaring any up. Change up there from Howard misses for ball 2. Maybe the umpire heard me talking about his strike zone, so he wanted to tighten it up a little bit. 2-1 count, as that one was going to be grounded to Boyer at first, who's able to make the 3 unassisted to end the inning. So quick work for Howard, as we'll take it now. Bottom of the 4th, Bulldogs hoping to scratch some more. Katie Boyer will lead things off here in the bottom of the 4th inning, as the Bulldogs look to extend their lead here. As the first pitch she sees from Buber is low and out for ball 1. Boyer will check swing that one, and Bubert able to make the toss over to first base for out number 1. So now Harley Russell will look to get things going here. And Russell's going to chop that one, but it will go foul for strike 1. So she'll do it again here. Oh, 1 count here to Russell. And she's going to line that one out to center, and Carter makes the easy grab there for out number 2. Good ball there by Russell, just right at him. Now Ashley McMahon will chase a hit here for a 2-out rally. First pitch, she'll show bunt, but pull back as that one's in for strike 1. McMahon, the junior from Las Vegas, Nevada. And she's going to slap that one. It'll get down. Kind of miscommunication, but hard effort there between short and left. Go down in the stats as an E7. I think with some clear communication there, that play could have been made, but now we've got Chesley Swisher, who laid down the sack bunt back in the 2nd. Her first official at AB of the day. That one was up and out for ball 1. Mahan, the lefty with some speed, so curious to see if she'll take off here for a stolen base at some point. She'll stay put thus far as the count runs 2-1. I'm a big Chesley Swisher fan as well. 3 for 5 yesterday. Sack bunt today. She's going to hit that one in the air to right field, and LeCapra will make the nice grab for out number 3. Bulldogs get a runner on, but cannot capitalize once more as we head into the top of the 5th inning. The score is 1-0 Bulldogs. Will lead things off here in the top of the 5th inning for the Yellow Jackets. Looking to get things going. As first pitch she sees from Howard was a ball, but she'll foul that one into the net for strike 1. Freshman season this year. That one miss for ball 2. Not a bad miss for Howard. Hubert coming into this weekend was hitting 182. But she's really been the starting pitcher here for the Yellow Jackets. That's been her role, and with hopes of trying to maybe score some as well. The Yellow Jackets only working with 15 players on their roster. As Hubert will strike out swinging again versus Howard for out number 1. Bulldogs come in. Opponents this weekend had a slugging percentage of 121, 286 average. Has gone down after she went 0 for 5 yesterday and 0 for 1 so far today. But, I mean, these Yellow Jackets, they're facing a tough team right here in the Bulldogs, especially the tough pitcher with Howard. We expect to see Howard really shine this year as a pitcher. TLU is known for their pitching. Down to 1 and 2. Luge grounds that one over to Clark, catch second, and that'll be the second out of this one. I'll bring up Laney Davis, starting left fielder here for Yellow Jackets. Coming into this weekend, she only had 8 at-bats. 375, so starting a little more, getting some more PT here this weekend. She had a base hit back in the 3rd inning, but was stranded at 2nd. And that one will be hit over into Swisher at short, and she's able to make the grab. So Howard goes 1, 2, 3 to take this one into the bottom of the 5th. Bulldogs lead 1-0. Pinch hitter here with Mia Landry leading things off here in the bottom of the 5th for the Bulldogs. Landry has kind of gone back and forth in the lineup. She's had 13 at-bats so far, hitting 154. That's the first pitch she sees from Buber is in for strike 1. She's going to rip that one, and it'll escape just foul to take her down 0-2. Pitch from Hubert will miss outside for ball 1. Landry is pinch hitting in the place of Bree Jones. There's a chance we see Jones re-enter the game defensively as Landry fouls that one out of play to stay alive here. Landry is the junior from Cypress, Texas. Ball will be hit high in the air, but LeCapra makes the grab for out number 1. So now that will bring up Kaylee Clark. Clark has singled and walked, going 4 for 7 so far. She'll drop a beautiful bunt down and no play can be made. She really is just beating them up on the small ball today. These are some of the best bunts I've seen her have. feel like the bunting for TLU has never really been super great, and we're starting to change that narrative just by this weekend. As she'll take off and make the stolen base easy. So she's getting pretty quick. I don't have the official stats from yesterday, but just off my notes, I have her with at least 3 stolen bases yesterday and 3 so far today. She'll think about trying for third, but come back to second. So she is getting close to that TLU record and the D3 overall record that was set by Kelly Jordan. Stavla will ground that one over to short. Flannery's got to make the quick throw, and she will for out number 2. Now we'll see Taylor Bennett, who flew out to center and flew out to right, searching for that first hit of the game today. She's got a runner in scoring position for her, as she'll foul that one out of play for strike 1. Today, Clark will be less than 10 stolen bases away from the record, as the net will line that one and it'll go all the way to the wall. She'll stay at second base as she brings in a runner to extend the lead to 2. Great hit there by Bennett, just a nice line drive. What kind of change is made here? It looks like we'll have Kayla Ramirez come in to pinch run for Bennett. Bennett's got a lot of speed, but it might just be to give Bennett a chance to put her gear on and relax. Ramirez is the senior for this Bulldog team and has really spent her time as a pinch runner and a catcher in the bullpen, Kingsville, Texas. She's got a great personality. Check out her TikTok. She has a lot of good videos there. As Jordan Joy steps in, first pitch she sees is low for ball 1. Foul that one out of play for strike 1. So a 1-1 count here to Joy. It's 0 for so far today. She'll take a strike there from Bieber for strike 2. The 1-2 will be fouled out of play over to the batting cages on the left side of the field. Joy is going to rip that one. Carter going back, and a nice grab there from the center fielder for out number 3. Joy took it for a ride, but there's a no-fly zone for Carter, as Bulldogs are able to scratch 1, but they'll leave 1 on base, as we'll take it into the top of the 6th. Bulldogs lead 2-0.
Play harder.
And the go-ahead run comes across. Bulldogs on top.
Respect everyone.
Play hard, but play fair.
Cheer for your team. not against the visiting team.
Respect opposing players, coaches, and fans.
This is the SCAC.
Welcome back. Top of the 6th inning here. As we'll see the top of the lineup for the Yellow Jackets. Maddie Flannery leading things off. Hasn't had her best weekend here, but she is a star player for this Yellow Jacket team. She's third in the country for hits with 16, fourth in the country, and a SCAC in stolen bases. So haven't been able to see much of that speed this weekend because she just has not gotten on. But it actually says here that she's the second among active Division III players in career stolen bases. So behind Kaylee Clark, I'd assume. But I think she's just really trying to see the ball a little better here this weekend. And today, really, she had the sack butt last at bat. That can always be a good way to start seeing it. She'll drop the butt there. Boyer has to be quick, and she'll be safe. And I bet that one feels good for Flannery. Some emotion there. I can't say I blame her. I'd feel pretty good too after going through a little bit of a slump here this weekend. But she's on base for the first time. Now, Layla LeCapra will come in, lay down the sack bunt. Bree Jones will make the throw over to first base, and they'll get her. They'll throw back to Flannery at second, but she's back in time as well. Really great execution there by LeCapra. She's another one who's had 2 strikeouts today, so that sack bunt just allows her to see the ball a little better, build some confidence moving in. As now Jenna Carter will come in, and she'll see first pitch changeup from Howard. I think Howard has a good changeup, but what I don't like about it is that she slows down her whole motion when she goes to throw it. And the ground ball there from Swisher, and she'll make the throw over to first base to get Carter out. Almost had a runner's interference, but Flannery able to avoid it. Now you have Riley Shipp, and I don't know, I might go ahead and intentionally block her again. Unintentionally, intentionally. But the first pitch strike there from Howard. She did strike out her last at bat, so maybe they have something that they feel like they're confident in throwing to her to get her out, but yesterday she just had the numbers. So that one was outside ball 2. I think the main thing is they're just not giving her anything sweet to hit. Those last 2 pitches outside off the plate. That one in for strike 2. Shipp, I'm going to try and get my toes all the way up, but quick timeout actually as head coach Wade Wilson comes out. Not too sure what this conversation might be, you know. Howard is up in the count with 1 and 2. Flannery's looking pretty hard. I think I'd probably go to stretch the strike zone on that outer part of the plate here. Try and stretch it a little bit, but stick with the game plan of nothing too sweet. So 1-2 count here. That one way out for ball 2. want to try and protect, but how far are you willing to go out of the zone to chase? Because that one's going to miss for a walk there to Ship. So now with 2 outs and a runner at third base, we got Raina Doggett who's going 0 for 7. Strikeout looking back in the first and a fly out to right back in the fourth. She'll hit that one high in the air. Russell calling everyone off for the grab to get out of this quick jam here. So Yellow Jackets got some runners on, but they'll leave them stranded as we'll take it into the bottom of the 6th where the Bulldogs lead 2-0. Bottom of the 6th inning here as Natalie Pacheco will come in to pinch hit for Katie Boyer. Boyer has gone 0 for so far this weekend, so Pacheco looking for another pinch hit opportunity here. She started at first base in game 2. And then she also had a pinch hit opportunity in the first game. Add to the runs here for the team. As the 2-0 pitch will miss low for ball 3. Not a bad location there from Buber. When you have an umpire who just is kind of maybe a little inconsistent, or one moment he's tight, the next he's not. It's kind of hard to, I think you just got to stick with your gut and go for it, but Pacheco will be ran for with Gabriela Orozco. So now Pacheco will be done for the day as Orozco takes over at first. First pitch to Harley Russell is in for strike 1. Hubert's done a good job of just giving her team a chance, forcing the Bulldogs to scratch some runs as Orozco takes off and is in safely with the stolen base. So the count now to Russell is 0-2. Tough situation here to go down like that in the count, but look at the battle here. As that pitch from Hubert misses for ball 1. 1-2 count here to Russell. She'll hit that one into right for a base hit, though Roscoe will be held up at third. As Russell gets another base hit there to put runners at first and third and no outs with Ashley McMahon up. no one out. Runners at first and third. We'll see what happens as the bunt's shown. The throw will go to second. Russell is in there safely, and Orozco able to make her way home. So solid execution there by the Bulldogs. So Brooke McMahon up. She'll slap that one over the head of the third baseman. She'll go ahead and take off for second, and she's in there safely. So runners now second and third for the Bulldogs. Great slap there by McMahon over the head. Hard hit ball as the Yellow Jackets will take a timeout here to discuss this one as they still searching for their first out of the inning. It's Chesley Swisher's up. We've seen her with some small ball. You know, maybe could there be a squeeze coming in? Will they just let her hit? We'll see what happens here, but the Bulldogs are in control of this one with no outs. I think if you're the Yellow Jackets, you want to stop the bleeding, so just find an out where you can. You got to know your runners too. You have Russell at third. Not only is Russell quick, but we've seen her try to avoid some tags before, so you just have to be smart about who you want to go for. Swisher will go to drop the bunt, and it'll be foul. So she's down 0-2. Swisher will foul that one to the right side. Keep this at bat alive here at 0-2. Dogs in the driver's seat now. Runners at second and third. That one misses low for ball one. Russell at third, McMahon at second. 1-2 count here to Swisher and no outs. Defense for Yellow Jackets. Playing up, try to take away the run. Swisher will hit that one. They'll go home. Russell will get there safely. Great execution there from that one as Swisher gets on board with the fielder's choice. Now Bree Jones, she was pinch hit for her last at bat, but she's back in the game. She'll lay down the sack bunt, beautifully placed. And good work there by Jones to advance those runners into scoring position for the top of her lineup. So now Kaylee Clark here, runners at second and third, McMahon third, Swisher at second, one out. Defense for the Yellow Jackets are up again as Clark hits that one over to the right side, and the throw not in time. Clark's going to take off for second base. Yellow Jackets unsure what they want to do. Swisher will go home. Clark is going to get caught up in between. She's going to keep this one going. They're going to call her out of the base paths. But good job by her just to keep the play alive to allow Swisher to come around to score. Funny looking play there, but gotta love it. I also loved, runners at second and third, and she hits the ball to the right side of the field. That's really great execution there by the Bulldogs. You gotta love it. So now Riley Davila up, and no one on, so kind of just looking to restart it here with 2 outs. She will slap that one foul for strike 1. Davila slaps that one again out to left, and the easy grab there is made to end the inning. So Bulldogs coming across with 4 with just great teamwork and execution there. So now Yellow Jackets have an opportunity just to put some on the board here as we head into the top of the 7th. And in the top of the 7th we go, with Kylie Davis leading things off here for the Yellow Jackets. That's the first pitch she sees from Howard is swung on for strike 1. So 0-2 count for Davis as Howard's looking to close this one out. Bulldogs looking for the series sweep. Make it a series shutout, as well as the Yellow Jackets have yet to put a run across the board. On a good fight here at 1 and 2. As that one will miss inside for ball 2. That one will be swung on and land foul for Davis. She'll stay put at first base. Nice base hit there to lead things off for the Yellow Jackets. Now that'll bring up the pitcher Bubert, trying to get her some. And she'll go first pitch swinging, but that one will go out of play for strike 1. Down quickly 0-2. Will be hit high in the air. Swisher will call everyone off as play is made for the first out of the inning. Now we'll see Taylor Gouge step in. Ground that one to Clark over at second, who makes the nice easy play for out number 2. And Davis will advance to second. Now Laney Davis will come in. Davis had the great slap back in the 3rd inning, but flew out in the 5th. The first pitch she sees from Howard misses for ball 1. That one will be fouled out of play. Count is now even at 1-1. Should chase on that one. It's taken now to 1-2. Yellow Jackets down to their last strike here with Laney Davis. She'll chop that to Jones at 3rd, and Jones makes the quick out there to end the game. So Bulldogs will take the series with the 6-0 lead over the LeTourneau Yellow Jackets. Bulldogs will advance to 10-1 overall record as the Yellow Jackets will fall to 3-8. So we will be back here for not some time, as the Bulldogs will be moving to some away games, but we'll see them March 11th when they play Washington University on a Wednesday midweek game here for the Bulldogs. But hope you guys had a good time. It was only an hour 18 game. We will have some sideline reporting, so stay tuned if you're interested in seeing that, and we'll be right back.
Flow Sports has changed the game. We created the essential destination NCAA fans deserve. Together, Flow College and NCAA conferences, institutions, and teams have taken all collegiate sports to the next level.
Oh my goodness! Back to Jones. She lets it fly from deep, and she buries it. Oh, a wraparound. He's got some speed down the sideline. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
The new collegiate record belongs to Parker Valby.
Looking in front, Stockfish, offload shot, score!
Smith making three. That is crushed.
It's a touchdown!
As an MAT student, you are an athletic trainer, and I think that's something really cool that we get to experience.
We're pretty hands-on. Anything that like our preceptor asks us to do, like we're able to do. Going out to practices and traveling to games.
We're doing evals, looking at them, helping them with their rehab like protocols.
For me personally, I do a lot of like hands-on where I'm like speaking with the patients about how they feel, and so I feel like it's a lot of like one-on-one interactions.
Knowing that I'm going to go into the clinic every day and I don't know who's going to walk through the door and what their problem's going to be, and that I get to be the one that tells them like, hey, this is what's wrong, but I can also help you, so here's a solution.
Play harder.
And the go-ahead run comes across. Bulldogs on top.
Respect everyone.
Play hard, but play fair.
Cheer for your team, not against the visiting team.
Respect opposing players, coaches, and fans.
This is the SCAC.
I chose TLU because I like the one-on-one that I get with my professors.
Being able to talk to all the professors one-on-one, they're definitely helpful in deciding like what I can do with my degree and then how to get into those different fields.
I liked the tour of the campus. Like I liked seeing how everything was really close together. Our classes now from like first year and second year are all in the lab, so we have our own like space that we can go to for studying.
Well, I chose TLU because I had met some people who were in the program and they told me some good things about it. It's a smaller school, so I feel like I was going to get more of that one-on-one type of learning.
I get to, be more hands-on with patients and more engaged with my preceptors and my professors and my classmates as well.
Flow Sports has changed the game. We created the essential destination NCAA fans deserve. Together, Flow College and NCAA conferences, institutions, and teams have taken all collegiate sports to the next level.
Oh my goodness! Back to Jones. She lets it fly from deep, and she buries it. Oh, a wraparound. He's got some speed down the sideline. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
The new collegiate record belongs to Parker Valby.
Looking in front, Stockfish, offload shot, score!
Smith making three. That is crushed.
It's a touchdown!
All right, fans, let's go ahead and head to Monica who was able to go and talk to both Caitlin Howard and Kaylee Clark for the end of the game interviews.
Monica Sidice here, and I'm here with Kaylee Clark and Caitlin Howard after their win against LeTourneau. So you guys sweep LeTourneau this week, and Caitlin, you actually played in the first game of this series, and then you also pitched over 90 pitches today, which is a lot. You played the full game today, and then Kaylee, you stole 4 bases today. You went 3-3, and you had 2 out of the 6 runs. So how are you guys feeling over the sweep overall this weekend?